Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat. Here I am today reacting to Toonami's ratings from August 8th, 2020. Let's start at the top of the block. Dragon Ball Super pulls in at a .23. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind pulls in at a .17. Fire Force comes back to the block at a .13. Black Clover at a .12. Naruto Shippuden at a .12. And Samurai Jack at a .11. Ballmaster's numbers are unavailable at this time. So overall, this is kind of an interesting week to unpack because the numbers really didn't change that much. The notable things that Dragon Ball did increase a bit, went up 5/100ths, back over that .2 mark, which I said is kind of the threshold it needs to be at to a .23. And usually when Dragon Ball increases, the rest of the block also increases. Because, like I've said, that show is the bellwether for the block each given week. However, it's kind of different this week. JoJo stayed at a .17. It did not move up or down. And a lot of people are going to look at this and see this as poor retention, which honestly it is. And like I said before, Toonami is going to find whatever justification they have to take JoJo and push it back to 2 in the morning. And I think they're going to point at this retention, and that'll be the reason why. But I found interesting too is that Fire Force coming back to the block. I believe this was episode 15 of the first season. Came back and it got only a .13, still dropping 400ths from the show before it. Not really good retention at all either. And a really scary sight considering this is the first time this show is back on the block, and a lot of people think people are going to think that this is how it's going to be at this point in the block here and out, which is kind of a scary thought because it's, again, at that point, it's only 1 in the morning. And usually at 1 in the morning, there's still like a .16 or .17, And you have Black Clover after it. It dropped a bit, but it only dropped 1/100th from Fire Force. So at the very least, it had solid retention. Although Black Clover has in the past, I believe, on multiple occasions actually built on the show before it. And considering how low Fire Force is, I would tend to expect and hope that Black Clover actually is able to repeat that a time or two. And then you have Shippuden, it goes up 1/100th, which one of the winners in the night. And Samurai Jack actually went up 2/100 stand of the block to a .11. But again, overall, kind of a weak week for Toonami. Like, again, you do have Dragon Ball coming up, and usually that brings up the rest of the block as well. However, that does not appear to be the case this time around. And like I said, my prediction for the short-term future is whenever Ball Masters is up, I think they have like 1 week of episodes for season 2 before they're out of episodes. And after that, they're going to push JoJo probably back into that exact same slot. And however, the next 2 weeks are going to be interesting as it's going to be the quote-unquote DC takeover, as we're going to have Batman movies. I forgot the specific names of them on both this upcoming Saturday, August 15th, and the Saturday after that, August 22nd, which is going to be interesting to see. I wonder if they're actually going to even have ratings for those nights. And again, I'm interested to see whether there are going to be improvements on this. And considering how generally low Toonami has been in the recent past, it can't help but to feel that it probably will be some type of improvement. My prediction is that next week will actually be a decent rated week for the Batman movies, but then the week after is going to be a bit of a drop off, as people would think it's going to be. That's the weird thing. It's 2 weeks in a row, not just 1 week of Batman movies, And it's interesting to see how this disrupts the flow of the block. However, if you're pointing at something like this and talking about how generally poor the ratings are right now, maybe breaking up the flow of the block is just what the block needs. So it'll be interesting to see how that does to the block, see if the block has any long-term improvements. And again, another thing I thought of when I didn't think of this at the time when I was analyzing the whole Toonami schedule with the new Batman movies added on, but this ultimately gives Funimation 2 more weeks to make Fire Force episodes. You might be like, but Black Clover is more of a pressing issue. Yes, but Funimation, in a rare feat of doing something good, I believe has actually dubbed new Black Clover episodes each of the last 2 weeks. I think we're back up to like a 3-episode gap now. And maybe we get another 1 or 2 by the time they start. Black Clover has to re-air again on this block. But Fire Force, since the 2 episodes they had dubbed for, I think it was like anime. I think it was Anime Expo Light. I think they haven't even dubbed another one since then, and it's been interesting to see if there's something up on that front. But again, what do you guys think? How do you think about Toonami this week? Are you excited for the DC takeover, the Batman movies to be airing starting this upcoming Saturday? Leave your comments, leave your opinions down below. If you like this content from more content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. I am Super Orange Cat, and that is all.